Hey, honey. How's it going? You're real dark.
Oh, hey, pretty girl.
Hey.
Good morning, guys. We are at my father-in-law's house, and we are downstairs. They've got this big old yard, and we brought the puppies, and the puppies are just having so much fun because they have a yard, and it's making me, I'm like sitting underneath the patio. I'm like, this makes me want a home and a yard for our puppy. I mean, we have like our home, but like, you know, I want a yard so our dogs can run around and just be free. Look at them over there. They're just like, we're hanging out in the grass. Look how cute.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining.
I gotta go ahead and start getting ready soon here for this party, because we gotta be there, I think, at like 3 o'clock. But I don't know, I'm just like, kind of like daydreaming out here because it makes me so happy. We're up on the top deck and the puppies were downstairs and they didn't know they could go, like there's a staircase that they could go up, and it was just so fun, like looking at them. And I just picture us, you know, in, you know, several years once we like make money to afford this, then, you know, I just picture Harold and I on our patio with our kids, like looking down, watching our puppies play and stuff. In the summer, and having like hoses going and sprinklers and the kids in their bathing suits running through. Man, I can't wait for that. Anyways, time to go get ready and stuff. Are you happy, buddy? Oh yes, happy boy, huh? Yeah. Alright guys, I think it is like 4 o'clock in the morning or something right now. So I obviously didn't really film at the party, but it went really well. Yeah, it was a really cool celebration with USX and everything. And we've just, you know, we're staying at Harold's dad's house, and so for the past like 4 hours or so, 4.5 hours, we've been on the patio. You know, just talking to Harold and Stacy just about like different like life things and marriage, and you know, the different struggles we go through. And since, you know, USX's mission with Everest has been to raise awareness with like PTSD and stuff like that, I was sharing a lot of, you know, why it's important to me, and a lot of the struggles that I was facing while Harold was gone on Everest, and kind of the similar things that I face thinking about PTSD. And I think it's unfortunate that there's a whole other voice within, like, you know, the spouses of the soldiers and the family members when it comes to PTSD that isn't necessarily heard. And it's something that I feel like in some cases we deal with it on a more of a daily basis than the soldiers, in a sense. Like, for example, we'll talk about my personal situation. You know, okay, so I'm married, my husband's an infantry officer, and y'all all know Harold, and just realistically thinking, it's like he's gonna go, you know, to combat at some point probably, and he's not thinking that he's gonna come back with post-traumatic stress, you know? He's not going in and thinking, how am I gonna be changed by this experience? Is it gonna affect me? Is anything horrible gonna happen to me, you know? Like, he's not going in with that mentality at all. Whereas I, as his wife, automatically, from the very beginning, have that concern of like, could happen to my husband? Like, is he going to be changed by the things that he experiences? When he comes back, what does that mean for our marriage? Is he going to be closed off? Are we not going to be able to talk about things? Is it going to affect us? Like, just all of those things. So I get emotional talking about this, and I was crying talking to them about it tonight because I am really passionate about it, and that's why I cared so much about this expedition, because I just know it's a very real thing for all of us. I just wish that it was something more talked about on the family side of things too, because even if it doesn't necessarily happen to our soldier, or like our husband or our wife or whatever, we even have that concern before it would happen, of, is this gonna happen? And then if it does happen, then our concern is like, the person that I love more than anything is going through something that like I can't necessarily do anything about. And I was trying to explain this example, it's like, I'm obviously not, mom yet, but for anybody else who has kids or somebody, to think about the person that you love the most and to watch them struggle. That's probably got to be one of the hardest things that you can go through. Watching the person you love struggle and you can't really help them. And so it's like, that's how it would be for us. So it's like this, just PTSD just hits me like on this level, and it makes me upset because I'm like, I wish this was talked about on the family level, on the spousal level, as well. So we were talking about that, and we were talking about, Harold and I were having this conversation just the other day. This whole vlog is going to be about a whole bunch of things, so I hope you guys are okay with that. But if you guys watched Boyfriend versus Girlfriend on YouTube, Prank versus Prank, and you guys know that Jesse and Gina, who have been dating for like 10 years, have been vlogging for like ever, decided to break up. And one of the things that they talked about was how like vlogging can be like bad on your relationship. And that's something I really took to heart and wanted to think about. And I sat Harold down the other day and I was like, listen, like, this is so important that we have this conversation, because I can see it. I can see why, it could hurt our relationship. I can see why it has potentially hurt other relationships, and that's not something that I want to do. It's like, I always am going to put our relationship first. And it's like, the other thing is, I don't want to vlog. A lot of people, I'm not trying to like cut anybody down or any means, but I've just heard it over and over. It's like, I make these videos and stuff, but like, I just want to like make you laugh or something. Like, I'm not trying to like impact you or influence you in any way. And I am just, that's not who I am. It's like, I'm making these videos because I want to have an impact on you. I want to influence you. The things that I care about, I want you to care about them too. And I hope that you guys know that. It's like, of course, some days it's like, I want to make you laugh. I hope that these videos make you smile, but like on a more deep level, it's like, I'm trying to like show you things. I'm trying to show you what is it like to, be married, to be in a marriage that puts God first. It's like, yeah, we're newlyweds and we're doing this, so we're kind of figuring out on our own, but we're sharing that whole process with you guys. So there's that, I don't know, it's just like all of that. It's like, I want to share that with you, and like, I hope in some way that it impacts you. I'm not just doing this just to do it. Of course I do it because I enjoy it too, but like, yeah, I am doing this so that hopefully I can have an impact on you. And the other side of it is like, I told Harold, I was like, I never want to vlog just because I feel like I have to put a video up. And that's something that, I see, especially with like daily vloggers. It's like, oh, like, we have to put a video up, and that's when it can be really stressful on your relationship, or like if you're putting up a front, it's like, we have to make this video funny or something, so you start doing stuff that's like not real, it's like, you're not even like happy with each other, but you're like, oh, well, we need a clip or blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I never want to do that, and I hope that we never do that. And I think it's important that we have that conversation, that it's like, sometimes, if we're going through a hard time, then it's like, we're not going to vlog today. It's like, I'm going to put my marriage first. If that means you guys don't get a video for 2 weeks, so be it. Y'all ain't going to get a video for 2 weeks. Because as much as, I appreciate you guys and I love your support, it's like, like I said, my marriage will always come first, and that's something that we both decided on. It's like, we want to put that first. Something that, you know, Harold's dad said to us tonight was, you know, because I was obviously voicing some of the struggles that I've been going through while Harold was on Everest, and I mentioned this in a previous vlog. There's a lot of things that I'm kind of still processing and dealing with. Even though Harold's back, there's a lot of stuff, like, I'm still processing a lot of it. And, you know, like I said, hopefully I'll be able to get that out on a blog post soon. But one of the things that Harold's dad said to us, he's had a lot of people, like, even, like, randomly come up to him and say, like, how we have a great marriage and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you know, I just don't want you guys to ever, like, put up a front or to, like, make what you put on the, you know, internet, like the vlogs or something, be fake. And I was like, they're not. Like, I shared with him that we just sat down the other day talking about how we don't want to do that. We don't ever want to put off this front, and I want you guys to know that, 'cause I think this is important, obviously, because I'm sitting down and I'm having this conversation with you guys, because I want you to know that we both struggle. You know, I struggle, and that's okay. And for instance, I had one of you guys send me a message the other day, and for the past 2 months while Harold was at Everest, I was struggling with my YouTube. I was feeling really down and really discouraged, and just not knowing if, you know, like, I was even making an impact. Like, what was I doing? Like, should I keep doing this? And I was feeling really down about it. And anyways, I got a message, and it was just telling me how my videos were able to, like, impact this person. And, you know, I responded and letting her know, like, how much it encouraged me and whatnot. And her response to me was, which I haven't responded yet, but I will, was, oh my gosh, like, I had no idea, like, you were feeling discouraged. And that was something that kind of made it real to me too. It's like, you guys should know, like, I want you to know, like, I am human and I struggle. And, like, yes, to be honest, Harold and I have a great marriage. You know, it's like, we laugh, we have fun, like, all the time. You know, everything that you see is real. Like, that is straight up real. Those are real conversations, those are real laughs, like, all of that is real. But, like, yeah, things are hard. Sometimes Harold and I occasionally get in, you know, arguments and stuff. Like, I deal with the struggles of being an army wife and blah, 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 and this and that, and that's just life, and it's hard. And I want you guys to know, like, I want to share those moments with you. I'm never gonna just make vlogs just on my happy days, you know? I don't want to just make a vlog because I'm in a super duper happy mood, and I don't want to hide the moments when I'm sad. You know, if I'm sad, if I'm struggling, if I'm feeling discouraged, I think those sometimes are the more important vlogs to even share, because that is what makes us human, you know? Those are the things that we all struggle with, you know? And I just never want you guys to think that it's all, you know, butterflies and rainbows, you know? Like, yeah, of course, like I said, we're having fun all the time, but, like, this is real. And so, I don't know, I just wanted to just have that talk with you guys. I know I rambled a whole bunch, but I just hope you guys know sometimes we're just gonna talk. It may be a whole vlog where I just sit down and I talk to you and I pour my heart out, but I want you guys to know, like, this is a space that everything that I decide to put on this channel is going to be real and authentic, and it's going to be the ups and it's going to be the downs, and it's going to be, you know, the times when I am praising God, the times when I'm questioning, like, what is happening, the times when, you know, I may be frustrated, whatever it is. But I just hope that I never want you to look at me or to look at my relationship and just think, like, it's all perfect, you know, because, like, nothing is perfect, and that is why we're human, you know? We are human, and the way, you know, something I was talking to, you know, Harold's dad and Stacey about is through all of my struggles and, like, the things that I feel, and especially, like, Everest and PTSD and dealing with, like, thinking about deployment and all this stuff, and this will be what's kind of in my blog post, is it all comes down to my relationship with God, you know, and that's frankly it. And to be honest, like, that is why I'm able to laugh. That is why I'm able to be happy during the hard times. That is why the majority of the time that Harold was gone, I had a sense of peace about it, you know? I knew that no matter what happened, that I would be okay because God would carry me through that. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to share some of those things with you guys. I hope that's okay with you. And if it's not, well, you might not want to stick around on this channel, because that is what this channel is about. It's about me sharing my heart, and it's about just everything that I'm going to go through in life. So, yep, that's it. Anyways, Harold is already asleep, and it's late, so I'm going to go join him for bed. But thank you guys. Thanks for listening to this whole chat, and thank you for being there, for listening, for commenting, because it's something that a lot of people don't understand too. Another conversation we were having tonight, we talked about a lot of stuff, obviously. You know, it's like, oh, that's, you know, just people on the internet. It's like, no, like, it's not just people on their internet. Like, you guys are real people, and some of you guys are real people that I've met, that I've sat down and I've had conversations with. Like, I've seen face to face, like, we've shared our hearts together, you know, like, some of you are friends, some of you are family. So I don't think this is just, I'm just talking to my camera right now, you know. It's like, I see it as I'm talking to you guys, and you guys are kind of choosing, do you want to listen to what I have to say today, or do you not want to? Do you want to let that affect you in any way possible? And, you know, you get to make that choice. And if it does affect you, then great. Then I did what I set out to do. I set out to share my life, and I set out to impact people in a positive way. And that's the only thing that I can hope for. And sometimes it'll happen, and sometimes it won't. But I hope at least today I impacted somebody. So I love you guys. No, it's okay if not everything is perfect, but always to work to improve it. And that we're only human, so you just got to put your faith in God, rely on Him. If you can't handle something, which you can't because you're human, give it up to God. And yeah, so I'm going to bed. I'm done preaching to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We are going to go meet I'm a little confused. It's not really our nephew, technically. It's like our cousin, Harold's cousin, and his wife just had a baby today on Harold's birthday. So we're gonna go meet him tomorrow. But he's gonna call us uncle and aunt. So we'll say nephew, but we're gonna go meet him tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll film it, but it should be a pretty special day tomorrow. Anyways, love God, love people, make a difference, and be thankful. Love you guys. Okay, for some reason the lighting is real off and I look like an Oompa Loompa, but I promise I'm just a really pale human being. So something is off right now, but we're on our way to the hospital. He was born actually on Harold's birthday. So I was like, honey, like, how bad do you think after you like hold this baby in your arms, he's never held a newborn, I don't think I've ever held a newborn in my arms before, that you're gonna be wanting a baby?
Pretty bad. But what if we were just like, no, oh my gosh, no, absolutely not. Like, just throwing up on me and just peeing on me.
That is not gonna happen.
No,
so it'll be interesting. I'm excited to, you know, after we
babies tonight. Ooh, ooh.
I'm excited to let you guys know how it goes and stuff. I just love him already. I'm just like, oh,
I remember
him in my arms.
I remember like looking over and just watching you like hold a newborn baby, and like having that sight of like seeing your wife holding a newborn baby, and like just like you could tell like you love for like it already.
I just loved him already. I was like, oh my gosh, and I like kept seeing him like growing up in my mind. I was like, you're gonna be coming over to our house for sleepovers.
Well, I
just
kept
like picturing.
I just kept like picturing. As you guys know, we just went and saw sorry, I was just so lost in the vlog. We just saw my cousin's newborn, but seeing her hold Braden Dean, man, it like makes me want to have a child so bad, because I just pictured, you know, like you holding our child, like I had my arm around her, like it's kind of like this, like, and she was like holding the baby, and we were kind of like holding the baby together, and I don't know, I'd all smile.
My favorite part was when I was holding him, and I'm holding him, and he had his little finger sticking out of his little like onesie,
just, like, poking
and he
her.
was just touching me. It was just like one finger, just like on my chest,
Ever
and
too
I was like,
is like a newborn's like feet and hands, like just how precious they are.
so cute. And I love that, like I was holding him, and it's like you feel them breathe, you know. It's just like every little thing, and I'm just like, you are like a miracle, you know. You are like such a precious gift of God. And I was just like,
how is
wow,
it possible that, you
what?
know,
Like our family just grew, and like how much he is going to impact our life, you know. Like I don't know, it's just crazy, and crazy to think that hopefully that'll be happening for us soon. So we'll see.
And a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up tough, cause you notice that butt was stuffed. Even the jeans she's wearing, I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I wanna get hooked up and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that